Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome to Talking Shit with Manic and the Jerk. So we ain't even gonna waste nobody's time, man. Manic don't got too much to say. He said, "Look, man, I'm ready to just dissect these clips." So I told him I ain't gonna ask him how he's doing, if he's getting to the bread. He said, "Just pull it up." So I got you. Looking extra light skinned though with that light though. I got
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's so bright over here.
you. All right, man. Let me go ahead and play this real quick, and then I'll come back and we'll start breaking it down. So
settling with you. I have girlfriends in marriages right now who have settled with the nice, safe, secure guy we weren't all that attracted to. We didn't really want that much. We didn't have any chemistry with. We had meh sex with because we had to. Because the guy we actually felt passion and chemistry for doesn't want us or makes us so
Facts.
emotionally unhinged and erratic that we can't look ourselves in the mirror anymore. Normally, those guys that we settle for don't make it happen. To us, it's like, well, damn, if you're putting up with it, well, okay, cool. If you're still here, cool. When you want to go, that's fine. But in the meantime, I got no one else. You're here to give it. Cool. I accept. But my God, I see how pathetic you are. And I will definitely use that to my advantage. We'd leave you in a heartbeat if someone better came along. We're set.
what's your take on that clip, man?
Man, it's sad that it's even a clip. This is like common sense. Um, and I love what she said at the end. If the guy that they really wanted were to approach them, then they'd leave him in a heartbeat, which makes me understand that men understand this too. And this is the men who are like, oh, she's going to have a work husband. You got to keep your wife at home because if she goes to work, she's going to have a work husband. It's like, no, they understand that they're not the guy that their woman actually wants, but they were able to stick around long enough, put up with her bullshit, and convince her to accept the marriage proposal. And now they're scared to death for their relationship. That's why they want to keep their women at home. So, uh, yeah, she's speaking facts, and I wish more women were more honest. Um, I wish not just women. I wish more people were honest about just the dynamics in relationships and dating. And we probably would all be in a better place because we could understand that, like, hey, these women want a specific type of guy. They're not getting it. Maybe they could wait around and get somebody that may not be that top person that they want, but not necessarily have to settle down so low to just take a guy who just accepts whatever they throw at their way. So, but I appreciate her honesty. So shout out to Jessica J Dating. I'm definitely gonna follow her, and you should too, because she's giving out honest advice.
Yeah, nah, man. She giving out game, man. The truth hurts, but it needs to be said, like you were talking about, because man, she's giving you that female perspective, and man, this is, we always be breaking down the guys, man. We're like, get somebody that likes you, because with women, they'll tolerate you, and even the sad thing is, where she was like mentioning in the clip, where she was just like, we'll give you that meh. It's like, man, they be looking like sexual encounters with some of these dudes like a chore or something. Like, oh fuck, it's Wednesday. Dudes getting holiday head and shit. So that's where they're trying to work. Because I be hearing people talk about sexless marriages, and it's like, shit. That's all
wild.
because she just don't like you, man. Like, so now she's giving like I said, that female perspective of like, you know what? They'll go in and they'll take the safe route. The dude that's throwing the money at them, and that's what we always be telling dudes, like, man, like, even we got a lot of pushback on the 50-50 clip that we just dropped. So people was chiming in on that, and we're trying to like tell dudes like, hey man, like some of these deals they're pushing on you, it's coming from a place of like, I'm charging you because I'm settling for you.
Yeah, facts.
And so when dudes are just sitting there trying to argue, it's like, hey man, I'm not trying to hurt you. So at the end of the day, like, take the game where it comes and make them adjustments. And they'll just give that pushback, and they'll die on that hill and stuff, instead of like, like, recognize what people are saying and stuff. Because she laid it out like, hey, we will settle, we'll hate the shit, but as soon as they get that opportunity, they moving on. And it's like, even if you look at I don't know what they call them, like the rates of like people cheating, it's damn near neck and neck, men and women. It ain't that far off where like there's a big discrepancy. Like it's 60% guys and only 20% women. I think it was like 30 something, 37 guys and 34 women or something. It was like a pretty close number,
Yeah.
so it's just like it does happen in them cases. So you have to get with somebody that truly likes you, because if not, man, like we mentioned, and I know we're beating a dead horse, but it's just like when it comes to settling, women take that harsh. They if they
take a
feel
very
like they're
harsh stance.
settling, oh yeah, they look at it totally different. Whereas like guys might settle a little bit, but it's like, hey man, we typically will look at the features that complement what we're kind of looking for. We understand, like, man, we can't have it all, but when they feel when that word settling hits for them, they're taking it out in like I say almost like a evil way, where it's just like,
Yeah.
I resent this guy. It's gonna show like through their actions and stuff. I'm ranting a little bit, so I'll let you cook a little
No,
second.
you were good. I love what you said about the 50-50 because, I always think about the 50-50 as like a way to mitigate your risk, from like protection of your assets, but I didn't really think about it till you just mentioned that. But it's also a protection for the person that you're with, because I don't think if any woman had the choice to be either taken care of 100% or to have to contribute her resources to the household, I think most women would, and not even most women, I think most people would generally be like, hey, pay for everything, or have somebody else pay for everything, or pay half, contribute, or have somebody else, finance my lifestyle. I think, most people would be like, hey, I'd rather somebody else pay for it. But the reality of the situation is women give different deals to different men. So
Facts.
any woman that's willing to contribute 50-50 with you, that means she actually really likes you and really wants to be around your company, versus, if you're offering 100% providership for a woman really has to not like you for her to say no to something like that. So, I didn't realize that the 50-50 protects you from this, but it does. It protects you from the women who don't really see you for who you are, and they don't see the value in you. They see the value in solely your resources. So, that was a good spin that you put on that. But yeah, I want to go back to my original point of women give different men different deals. Like the guy who's not attractive, not in shape, but still a nice, great guy. Um, a woman may settle with that, but for her to settle with that, she's going to require for that guy to do a lot more in other categories, because he's not fulfilling the physical attractiveness component of the relationship. Um, so as a man, it's not just you need to go out there and make money. No, I'm not saying don't go out there and make money. What I'm saying is that you can't be a one trick pony, because that's not impressive to these women. If you have your finances together, that's a good thing. Uh, if you are, you take care of yourself, hygiene. I'm not even talking about aesthetics, your hygiene. You take showers consistently. You'd be surprised how many dudes be walking around here smelling funky.
Smell like chitlins and
Yeah,
old English.
you can't do that, So hygiene is very important. Or breath stinking, or something. You gotta take care of your you gotta take care of yourself. And then there's the physical attractiveness. Now, not everybody's blessed to look like me and the jerk, but there's still hope for other guys out there. Go to the gym, work out, and stay consistent. You know, uh, that's very attractive to a woman when a woman sees that a man has structure and a routine in his life, that because she can envision herself entering your life. So, um, yeah, and definitely, I'm a, I believe in God, so there's an element of like spirituality that is important for me in a relationship personally. So, um, if you're looking for women like that, then you gotta you gotta pick up that Bible, pick up that Quran, pick up, whatever religion you're into. You got to put in that work and read, and not just read to know, but read to understand, because that's going to also be attractive for certain women. So you have to be skilled in multiple facets to be a higher value man, to where women want to be with you and will give you the good deal of, hey, I'll come in, I'll pay 50-50. Like, they won't be talking about a roommate situation. Now, when you're unattractive and you don't, they don't see you as high value, then yeah, they're going to give you the deal of, you got to pay for everything. And then there's some women who just give that deal to everybody, because they've been traumatized and they don't understand what love is because they've never been loved themselves. So just stay away from those women altogether. But I'm rambling on at this point. So
No, you breaking it down, because and we're gonna keep harping on this stuff because, man, one of the things, like I'm just seeing more and more, man. Men don't understand their value, and that's the issue. So a lot of times, like, they'll level up as far as finances, but like you're saying, they don't do the spirituality, they don't exercise their mindset. They ain't getting educated, they ain't working on their physical appearance, hygiene, whatever. So I like how you covered all those different areas, because you can't be a one-trick pony. Because when they settle, like I said, they'll like the lady broke down in the clip, man. You heard it. She's like, "Hey, we'll come and settle down for you, and extract the resources." But at the end of the day, like, we see that person, we get that, like, the butterflies for, that feeling, they out of there, and that's what tends to happen. So that's why a lot of times guys feel like, man, I could throw money at the problems and get myself out of these problems by, like, getting finances. And they don't understand, man. Them people that, like you said, if they just give everybody that deal, they just low key, a lot of times they just hate guys, man, where they're just looking at you like, man, you gotta pay, like, to even be in my presence. So like I said, we've said in the one video, it's like those type of females, man, they low key, they lead in this situation because they coming at you like, hey, this is what you need to do for me to be in your presence. So it's low key disrespectful if you a guy that understands your value. You like, oh, hell no. Like, if I'm truly the leader, should I be telling you what's going on, and you should be falling back and taking it. So like you said, different guys, different deals. Men start knowing your value, man, because at the end of the day, you can lie to yourself if you want to, but we have enough cases. There's enough women. Like, I was even looking at the numbers. Majority of people are working in America. I think it's only like 16% that are even, like, there's one person, typically, like, could stay at home and stuff because of, like, the breakdown of stuff, just how society is. So it's not even a large number of people that do that. So if you got a work wife and she's still even telling you to come into a situation to pay, like, man, that's just so dumb. If you don't have your house paid off or all your bills paid off, it's just stupid financially if you just run the numbers and stuff. So definitely, man, this clip, I was like, man, I got to pull this one up. I got to get your take on that because, it just hits home to kind of what we were saying. And to hear a female just break it down like that, definitely love her content, because she's just like, hey,
straightforward.
She tries to help men out too, where she's like, this is what females say in the back room. Because, like, a lot of time you're not privy to those conversations. Like, so when females get around, like, I can't stand him. I hate when he climbs on top of me. It's like, man, you don't want to be that guy that's just, like, sitting there. You going out bragging about her. She's, like, talking to her friends the very opposite way. Like, oh, man, this dude climb on me one more time, I'm going to run away like J-Lo in Enough and shit.
A lot of people just don't understand the nature of people, and then let alone the nature of women. I know you've been married for, a couple decades, and
20 something years, man.
I was married for 8 years before I was divorced. But as far as pillow talks and understanding a woman's nature, I knew about all my ex's friends and how they maneuvered and operated, what they really thought about the guys when they were dating them. And, oh, she's dating such and such, she feels this, and I'm like, oh, he's a good guy. I get the stats on him. She runs, I ask the questions. I'm like, oh yeah, he's a solid dude. What's his problem? And then her single friend would, have an issue with something so, minuscule, it would be ridiculous. And I'd be like, oh, well, that's why she's single. But if you can't grasp this concept as a man, that women give different deals to different men, I want you to look at it from a man's perspective because this is a concept you can absolutely grasp. Think of the most attractive woman you've ever dated and think about the bullshit you were willing to put up with her. Then think about the most unattractive woman you dated. That level of bullshit was a lot thinner.
Yeah, that tolerance level definitely going down.
Tolerance level changes depending on how you perceive that person. And they could have both been great people. You know, the chick that was less attractive could have been better, but you're gonna willing to tolerate more shit from a woman that's more attractive. So I don't want to beat a dead horse. So that's it for me. This clip was very straightforward to the point, and I hope y'all understand that. Follow us
Yeah, I
for
like that.
more.
I like that how you flipped it at the end. Cause yeah, definitely like guys, if we being honest, man, we definitely have different tolerance levels based on like looks and shit. So yeah, guys should be able to grasp that. Stop being stupid, man. Like,
Yeah, these guys, they understand it.
but all right, man, we'll go ahead and close this one out. Yeah, we trying to do these clips a little quicker and stuff, getting to the point, and people keep on sending stuff, so we're gonna keep dropping them and stuff. So yeah, if
Yes,
y'all
send
want
us
us to
more
break down,
stuff. You can send
yeah.
it. You can send it to the Sophisticated Jerk. You can send it to the @Manic Sophistication. You can send it to me directly through a DM for IG. That's my main form of communication. So yeah, you want us to break down a clip, send it to us.
All right, but we out, man. Peace.
Yep. Peace.